Okay, Hare Krishna. We'll continue our discussion on Gajendra Stuti from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Ashtama Skanda, Tritiya Adhyaya. Today we're going to discuss Shloka 19. So yesterday we discussed Shloka number 18. So let's try to understand connection between previous Shloka and today's Shloka. So what was the Shloka yesterday that we recited yesterday? The very famous Jnānātmane Bhagavate Namayishvaraya. Okay. So any quick points? Anybody remembers?
Because of attachment with our body, children, house, friends, relatives, it is very difficult to attain God. But saintly people or self-realized people, they will meditate in their heart and attains God easily. So,
and they are detached from these three gunas.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm praying that God, who is full of knowledge, to come and protect.
And also we are mentioning here, we are so much attached to these trigunas for this all material things, here, including relations and all. But you are not at all attached to that, so you come. Something like that, right? Yeah.
So the reason why anybody is attached to Atma, Atmaja, Apta, Griha, Vitta, Jana, etc. is because they are influenced by the Trigunas.
Trigunas, yeah.
And Bhagavan is that personality who is above these Trigunas.
Yep.
And he is full of knowledge, Jnānātmane. So a person who is influenced by the Trigunas and who is attached to this Asat. What is Asat? The Atma. Atma means not the soul in this context, the body. The body is Asat. Atmaja. The children are Asat. Okay, now this is a serious talk. Apta, the wife and husband, they are Asat. Griha, the house that we are living, it is Asat. Vitta, the bank balance is Asat. Jana, your friends, colleagues, relatives, your followers, assistants, servants, everything is Asat. So, why? No, I wanted to say something. Why we are attached to this Asat is because we are influenced by these three gunas, but Supreme Personality of Godhead is above this Asat. He is absolute truth. He is absolute truth. That's why he can. The thing that I wanted to say is, so we are attached to all these Asat Vishayas, right? So when somebody is attached to a wrong thing and somebody is attached to a false thing, what is that called? What is that phenomena called as? You're attached to something that you're not supposed to attach. What is that called?
Moha.
Okay. Illusion. Yeah. There is another thing also, something related to moham.
Lust?
No.
Desire, Prabhuji?
Desire, lust, both are same.
Maya.
Maya, illusion, they are same.
Touch disease.
What is that?
Bhavarogam.
Bhavarogam. Okay.
Yeah.
False ego.
False ego. Okay. Or let me ask this way, okay? A small child, for example, 2-year-old child. Why will the child go and put the finger in the fire?
Ignorance.
Ignorance.
Very good. Ignorance. Avidya. Ignorance. Because of avidya, ignorance, we are attached to wrong things. So how to overcome that avidya, how to get rid of that avidya? With jnana. So where do we get that jnana from? A personality who has that jnana. That is jnanatmane.
Manarvaya.
That is jnanatmane. Jnanatmane bhagavate nama ishvaraya. So that is the connection.
Prabhuji, same thing. Manarvaya also same, Prabhuji, right?
Yeah, same.
The reverse.
Yeah. Now Maya and then Moha, illusion, these are all also valid answers. But I wanted to connect this Jnanatmane with the attachment. Why we are attached? Because of avidya, ignorance,
Yeah, no,
lack of
that's
knowledge.
correct, Prabhuji. What I'm saying is Mahanarnavaya, that same word, knowledge of, reservoir of knowledge, I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah. Arnavaya, Maharnavaya. So, Namo Jnana Ganaya Cha. In one of the previous shlokas, Bhagavan is described as Namo Jnana Ganaya Cha. So that person who is full of knowledge, who can enlighten all of us, Teshamevanukampartam aham ajnana jam tamah nashayamyatma bhavasto jnana deepena basvata. This knowledge is compared to sun. And who is that sun? The Krishna sitting in our hearts. He dispels, he removes the darkness in our hearts and shows the path of light. Teshamevanukampartam aham ajnana jam tamah nashayam yatma bhavasto jnana deepena basvata. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and then Bhagavate. Bhagavate means the word Bhagavan is generally used to indicate Krishna's vibhuti, opulence. Okay, the power, his richness, his power, his potency, etc. But here, Gajendra is not calling out to, is not referring to the Aishwarya. Bhagavan means it is connected to Aishwarya. But Gajendra is referring to the Madhurya of Bhagavan. Not Aishwarya, but Madhurya of Bhagavan. He is referring to the Bhakta Vatsalya of Bhagavan. How much he loves his devotees. He is always ready to help the devotees. And Ishwaraya, Bhagavate Nama Ishwaraya. Ishwaraya means controller. So again, Gajendra, he is not referring to the Aishwarya Bhava of controllership, but he is referring to the Madhurya Bhava of controllership. What is Madhurya Bhava? What is Aishwarya Bhava of controllership? In the Aishwarya context, the controllership means Bhagavan is controlling all the living entities. He is creating, he is maintaining, he is destroying, and he is controlling each and every movement of the living entities. He is controlling the movement of the planets in their orbits. So he is controlling everything. That is in the Aishwarya context. But what is Madhurya context? In the Madhurya context, the controllership means Bhagavan
Loving in
gives.
respect. Everybody doing their work in respect and love to God in the return, I think.
No. So in the Madhurya Bhava, the controllership means Bhagavan gives attraction to the devotees so that they are attracted to him. And then once they are attracted to Krishna, they control Krishna. So this is beautiful. In the Madhurya concept of controllership is very beautiful. It is that Krishna who gives attraction to the devotees so that they are attracted to his Saundarya, Saushilya, Madhurya, Audarya, Karunya, Gambhirya, Vatsalya, the different oceans of Krishna. And then once they are attracted, what do? They bind him with a rope. They control him. Instead of Krishna controlling them, now Krishna becomes under their control. So that is what Krishna is, Gajendra is referring to here. Gajendra said, O Bhagavan, O my Lord, now you are controlling me. I am in the clutches of this crocodile, and that cannot happen without the will of God, right? So Gajendra is calling out to the Lord and saying that, oh my Lord, now you are controlling me. Now, with your mercy, let me be attracted to you so that I will take revenge and I will control you. That's what he's referring to. Nama Ishwaraya. So, it's beautiful. Bhakti is very beautiful. It's very easy and very beautiful. It's sulabham and it's very easy. And one more point about this shloka is, if you look at the word, right? Let me share the screen. Atmatma japta grihavitta janeshu. What is that word after that?
Saktair.
Saktair. Okay. Saktair comes from the root word asakti. Okay. If you look at the word for word meaning, Atmatma japta grihavitta janeshu saktai. By those attached. So sakti, asakti means interested, attached. So here Gajendra is referring to how people are attached to all these Vishayendriyas. Now the way to get that the way to get rid of this attachment is by getting attached to Krishna. And that Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita 7.1. So 7.1, Krishna uses the same word, asakti. Maya sakta mana partha yogam yunjan madashrayah asamshayam samagram mam yata jnasyasi tachrunu. So asakti. Asakti means what's the meaning here? Mind attached. Look at this same word. There the asakti is different. The asakti is on Vishendriyas. But here Krishna is telling, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. So if we simply hear Krishna Katha, our minds will get attached to Krishna. The more we hear, the more we get attached to Krishna. That's the technique. And Krishna is giving the technique. Tat shrunu. Shrunu means hear.
Yes, sir.
Maya sakta mana partha yogam yunjan madashrayah asamshayam samagram mam yata jnasyasi tat shrunu. It's a very, very beautiful, famous shloka. So that atmatma japta gruhavitta janeshu sakti, asakti, will get removed when we hear what Krishna is saying, when we hear Krishna Katha. Okay? So with that, let's jump on to today's discussion. Shloka number 19. Yam dharma kamartha vimukti kama bhajanta ishtam gatimapnuvanti.
Yam dharma
धर्मकामार्थविमुक्तिकामा भजन्त इष्टां गतिमाप्नुवन्ति
Kim chashishoratyapi dehamamvyayam karotu medha bhradayo vimokshanam.
Kim
किञ्चाशोरात्यदेहमव्ययम् करोतु मे हृदयो विमोक्षणम्.
Okay, so let's read the word for word meaning, translation, and purport. Yam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who Dharma Kamartha Vimukti Kama, persons who desire the four principles of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and salvation, Bhajanta, by worshipping, Ishtam, the objective, Gatim, destination, Apnuvanti, can achieve, Kim, what to speak of, Cha, also, Ashishaha, other benedictions, Rati, he bestows, Api, even, Deham, a body, Avyayam, spiritual, Karotu, may he bestow benediction, may unto me, Abhadradaya, no, Adhabradaya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is unlimitedly merciful, Vimokshanam, liberation from the present danger and from the material world. Okay, this is a new word for unlimitedly merciful, like Bhuri Karuna. In one of the previous shlokas, he used the word Madruk Prapanna Pashupasha Vimokshanaya Muktaya Bhukarunaya Namolayaya. So Bhuri Karunaya, Dayapara from Mukundamala Stotra. Like that, Adhabradaya. Adhabradaya. What's the meaning of Adhabra? Perfect. Okay. Adhabra means perfect, vast, immense, fixed, unlimited, magnanimous, without reservation, glorious, great. Very, very powerful.
Is it sounding like Bradaya means something like Badraya, Abhadraya, kind of? Or
No, no, no. This is
it's
Adabra,
not
not
that.
Abhadra. Adabra.
Abhradaya.
Adabra. Adabradaya.
Adabraya.
Yeah.
Adabradaya.
Adabradaya. Yeah. So it's a beautiful word. Adabradaya. Okay. Who can read? Uma Devi, are you available to read?
Oh, Prabhuji, I'll listen to the sorry.
Okay, sure. Sarita, can you read?
Yes, Prabhuji. After worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, those who are interested in the four principles of religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation obtain from him what they desire. What then is to be said of other benedictions? Indeed, sometimes the Lord gives a spiritual body to such ambitious worshippers. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is unlimitedly merciful, bestow upon me the benediction of liberation from this present danger and from the materialistic way of life. Purport. Some men within this material world are akami, free from material desire. Some are ambitious to get more and more material profit, and some desire fulfillment in religious life, economic development, sense gratification, and finally liberation. Akamaha sarva kamo va maksakama udhara
Moksha.
mokshakama udara dihi tivarna bhakti yogeno yajeta
Tivrena.
yajeta purusham param. It is recommended that whatever one's position, whatever one demands, no material profit, all material profit are ultimately liberation. One should offer his obedient devotional service to the Lord, and one will get what he desires. Krishna is so kind. Ye yatmamam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamya aham. The Lord reciprocates. Whatever even an ordinary living entity wants, Krishna gives. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart, and he gives that which is desired by the living entity. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrudadese rajuna tishati
Brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudani mayaya.
Yeah. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. The Lord gives everyone an opportunity to fulfill his ambitions. Even such a devotee as Dhruva Maharaj wanted the material benediction of a kingdom greater than that of his father. And although he receives a spiritual body, he also got the kingdom for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Does not disappointment anyone who takes shelter of his lotus feet. Therefore, since Gajendra, king of elephants, had surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead to get free from the present danger and indirectly from the present danger of materialistic life, why should the Supreme Personality of Godhead not fulfill his desire?
Yeah. Okay. So the connection between the previous shloka and this shloka is 18 and 19 is that in 18, shloka number 18, we saw how Gajendra talked about the people, the materialistic people, how they are attached to the Vishayendriyas. So now what is the solution for them? How will they get attracted to Krishna, and how will they get liberation? How will they go back to spiritual world? That solution Gajendra is giving in this current shloka 19. Yam dharma kamartha vimukti kama bhajanta ishtam gatimapnuvanti yam chashisho ratyapi deham avyayam karotu me dabra dayo vimokshanam. So yam dharma kamartha vimukti kama. So as we all know, there are four Purusharthas. There are four Purusharthas. What are the four Purusharthas? Dharma, Artha,
Dharma,
Kama, Moksha.
Kama, Moksha.
Yeah. So Purusha means not just a man, not just a male gender, but Purusha means Jiva, any Jiva. So these are the four prominent desires of Jiva. Purushartha means the desire. The four prominent desires of Jivas are Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha. What is Dharma? Dharma means righteousness,
Right, Isha. Yes.
beauty, righteousness. Huh? So, in the Vedas, there are many different karma kanda sections that talk about various rituals. You perform some ritual and you get some material benefit. So, how to get material benefits in a dharmic way? That is all is about dharma and artha. Artha is wealth. It is specifically talking about wealth, money, and then dharmartha kama. Kama is desire. So it's specifically referring to sensual desires. Sensual desires means like the tongue wants to eat some nice palatable dishes. Hmm? The ear wants to hear about our own glories. The nose wants to smell some perfumes. The eyes want to see some beautiful things. So like that, kama refers to the desires of the senses, desires of the five senses. And then finally, the moksha, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Moksha is liberation, a desire for liberation. Desire for liberation. So the first line in this Gajendra's prayer, 19, shloka number 19, Yam dharma kama artha vimukti kama. Yam dharma kama artha vimukti kama. So you have to read that line as dharma kama, kama kama, artha kama, and moksha kama or vimukti kama. So Gajendra has put that word kama in the end, at the end of that line. But you have to add that to each and every of these desires. Dharma kama, kama kama, artha kama, vimukti kama. Vimukti is nothing but moksha. So vimukti is mukti is same as moksha, liberation, and vimukti is vishesha rupena mukti. Vishesha rupena mukti. Liberation in a special way. Liberation in a special way. So we will discuss that. Okay, we will go there. What is liberation in a special way? We'll discuss that. But if you try to understand these four Purusharthas, that was the topic of previous shloka, right? How people are attached to the Vishayendriyas. Atmatma jatta grihavitta janeshu shaktair. So like that, in the material world, 99% of the people, they are attached to material benefits. If they are asked to do anything, the first question they will ask is, what is there for me? What is the benefit for me? If I do this, what will I get? Even if we ask them to come to the temple, even if we ask them to do pujas, even if we ask them to recite any stotrams, or if we ask them to recite, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, anything, if we ask them, the first question they will directly ask, or it is there in their mind. Oh, what benefit will I get? If I go to Tirupati, if I climb up the hill by walk, by climbing the Mokala Parvatam, what will I get? If I do Anga Pradakshina in Tirupati, what will I get? So if I fast on Ekadashi day, what will I get? So like that, these are all material calculations. But very few people, they are interested in bhakti, they are interested in liberation, they are interested in spirituality, religion, all these things. But the scriptures, it is all inclusive. The scriptures are all inclusive. Vedas, scriptures they are all inclusive. They accommodate everyone. They accommodate people of all different kinds of inclinations. Somebody may be inclined to um, wealth. Somebody may be inclined to power and position. Somebody may be inclined to uh, something else. So like that, the scriptures are all inclusive. They accommodate everybody. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 kinds of people who approach God. What are those 4 kinds of people? Chaturvida bhajante mam ye jana sukritinorjuna arto jignashurartarthi jnani cha bharatarshava. So Krishna says there are 4 kinds of people who come to me. What are those 4 kinds of people? Artho, that means Artha Bhakti. Artha Bhakti. Artha Bhaktas. Arti means distress. Not Arati. Arati means what is what is what you perform in the temple. Mangalarati, afternoon Rajbhog Arati, Sandhya Arati, Shaina Arati. That is Arati, but this is Arti. Arti means distress. So people who are in distress, this is the first category who approach God. Second category is Artho Jignashur. Jignasa. Jignasa means curious. This is the second category of people. They are curious about God. They are not very interested in knowing more about God, but because everybody is talking about God, they also want to know a little bit about God. They are just curious. Jignasa. Okay, even scientists, after doing so much of research, after trying to find what is the source of this universe, and they can't explain properly, even though they believe that Big Bang is the source of the creation, but they themselves are not convinced. So they are curious. They are curious to find does God exist, and if God is the source of creation. That's why they started this quantum physics. So they are curious. They want to find God. even finding God also they want to do scientific way. So curious. Okay. Next, third category is Artha. Artho Jignasur Artha. Artha means wealth. Those who are seeking wealth. Those who are seeking wealth. They are called Artha Bhaktas. First one is Arti. Artha Bhaktas. Artha Bhakta, Jignasu Bhakta, and then Artha Bhakta. Artha Bhakta means he worships God, but for wealth. And then finally, Jnani, who cultivates knowledge about God. But this is also not the best. This is speculative knowledge. Those who practice Jnana Yoga, they speculate. Maybe God is like that. Maybe God is like this. Okay. So these are the 4 kinds of people. Krishna tells this in Bhagavad Gita 7.16. Let me show that shloka here. Chaturvida bhajante mam ye jana sukritino arjuna arto jignasur artarti jnani cha bharatarshava. Okay. Chandrakala, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Can you read this translation?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
O best among the Bharatas, four kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute.
Absolute. Yeah. So these are the four kinds of people who come to Krishna. And you take any person who is practicing bhakti, any person who is worshipping Bhagavan, they they belong to one of these four categories. And all of us, or most of us, I'm sure, you know personally, better than anyone else. Most of us, we started practicing bhakti because there is some distress in our life. There's a problem in our life. May not be one problem, but more than one problem, multiple problems. Life is full of problems. Padam padam yad vipadam natesham. There's a danger at every step. There's a problem at every step. You move left, there's a problem. You move right, there's a problem. You move to the front, there's a problem. You move back, there's a problem. Everywhere, there's a problem from everybody. So that's why everybody, whenever they are asked to do something, even in religion, in spirituality, the first question they ask is, what is there for me? What is the benefit for me? Falashruti. There is something called Falashruti, right? In all the
Yeah.
stotrams, there is a Falashruti. What is the benefit of hearing? What is the benefit of reciting? So, the most famous Vishnu Sahasranama, in the Uttara Petika, towards the end, the Falashruti, in the Falashruti section, what does it say? Vedantago Brahmanasya Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet Vaishyo Dhanasamudrasya Chudras Sukhamavapnuyat Dharmardi Prapnuyat Dharmamardardi Chardamapnuyat Kamanavapnuyat Kami Prajarti Chapnuyat Prajah Bhaktiman Yasadhotaya Shuchistadgatamanasa Sahasram Vasudevasya Namnametat Prakirtayet Rogarto Muchyate Rogat Baddho Muchyeta Bandhanat Bhayan Muchyeta Bhitastu Muchyetapanna Apadaha Durghanyatitaratyashu Purusha Purushottamam Suvannama Sahasrena Nityam Bhakti Samanvitaha Vasudevashrayo Martyo Vasudeva Parayanaha Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Yati Brahma Sanatanam Navasudeva Bhaktanam Vidyate Kvachit Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Bhayam Naivopajayate, and so on. So, there is a Falashruti given for all kinds of people. Vaishyo Dhanasamud. What is the first one? Vedanta go Brahmana Syat.
Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet.
Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet. So the benefit for Brahmanas is by reciting Vishnu Sahasranama, by hearing Vishnu Sahasranama. The benefit for Brahmanas is they
All Vedanas.
they become well versed in the Vedas. They become expert Brahmana. They become expert in worshipping in the Archana Paddhati. And Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet. The Kshatriyas, they can get victory. Vaishyo Dhana Samudra. The business people, they can get wealth. Shudra Sukham. The servant class people, they'll become comfortable. They'll lead a happy life. Dharmardi Prapnuyat Dharma. Mardhardi Chardamapnuyat. Kamana vapnuyat kami prajardi chapnuyat prajaha. So like this, there are different, and if somebody has fear, fear and disease, rogarto muchyate rogat, baddho muchyeta bandhanat. Vayan muchyeta bhitastu, muchyetapanna apadaha. The diseases, the fears, the bad dreams, nightmares, psychological problems, everything will be removed by reciting
Yeah.
or hearing Vishnu Sahasranama.
Yeah. Actually, people say if you believe in Jyotisha or anything, you no need to do all that different pariharas for different problems. Just recite Vishnu Sahasranama, all things will be set.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, if somebody has Kala Sarpa dosha in their horoscope, there's no remedy for that. For other types of doshas in the horoscope, the astrologers can give different remedies. But for Kala Sarpa dosha, there's no remedy except Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishnu Sahasranama Parayana and Shravanam can remove Kala Sarpa dosha. That's why you should recite Vishnu Sahasranama. You should hear. Because we don't know whether we have Kala Sarpa dosha or not. How will we know? Because we don't know our date of birth. We don't know our time of birth properly. Even if we know our date and time properly, there's no good astrologer who can draw our horoscope properly. So there's a possibility that we have Kala Sarpa dosha. So whether we have it or not, we should still go ahead and recite Vishnu Sahasranama. It's a beautiful thing. 1,000 different ways to glorify the Lord. That's the motivation. We are not motivated by the material benefits, but our motivation is, how can I glorify the Lord? Oh, there are 1,000 different ways. Bhishma Dev has given 1,000 different ways to glorify the Lord, which is not there in any other stotram. None of the other stotrams glorify the Supreme Lord in 1,000 different ways like this. That's the beauty of Vishnu Sahasranama. So I want to recite Vishnu Sahasranama for that reason. So that should be our motivation. So that's why in the same Falashruti of Vishnu Sahasranama, it is also mentioned Vasudeva Shrayo Martyo Vasudeva Parayanaha. Those who have taken shelter of Vasudeva at the time of death or after death, they will go to Vasudeva. They will go to Goloka,
One
Ayodhya Loka,
question.
Vaikuntha Loka.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
What is the main purpose of Falashruti? Is any not like Vishnu Sahasranamam, any chantings? What is the purpose of Falashruti?
Yeah. So the purpose of any stotram is glorifying the Lord. The word stotram, the word stotram or stuti means to glorify the Lord. And in the Falashruti section, in every stotram, the benefits are given. What benefit you will get by reciting or hearing this stotram? That is Falashruti. Phala means fruit. Shruti means hearing. What will I get? What is the fruit? What is the result for me? What is the benefit for me if I hear, if I recite this? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, Prabhuji. Means, do we need to do compulsory known what is the Falashruti?
Not required. Yeah, not required. Because our motivation or our goal of reciting the stotrams is to glorify the Lord. That's all. We don't want anything for ourselves. So we are not even interested in reading Falashruti. But in the temple, there are different kinds of audience. So we want to please everybody. That's why we recite Falashruti also. Yeah. Some of the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya people, they don't read some sections of Falashruti. They directly go to Vasudeva Shrayo Martyo Vasudeva Parayanaha. They only talk about the ultimate goal, the spiritual goal. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. So now in the purport, if you look at this section, right? The purport, Prabhupada writes, saying that even if somebody has a desire, even if somebody has desire to achieve some material benefit, they should still worship the Supreme Lord. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Akama. Akama means no desire, no material desire. Sarva kama. Sarva kama means you have all
Full
kinds
of
of
desire.
material desires. You have all kinds of material desires. Moksha kama. You have a desire for liberation. So whatever is your desire, whether you have a desire or no desire, or you have a desire for wealth, you have a desire for some health benefit, you have a desire for liberation, you have a desire to get rid of some problem that's in your life, it doesn't matter. You simply perform bhakti with intensity. Tivrena means with intensity. You perform bhakti with intensity. Then the Lord will give you what you are asking for, and He will give you more than that. He will give you more than that. Where is that mentioned? Gajendra is saying, Bhajanta ishtam gatimapnuvanti kim chashishorat api deham avyayam. Api. Api means above. Api means above. If somebody worships Bhagavan, Bhajanta, Ishtam means with love. Bhajanta Ishtam gatimapnuvanti. If somebody worships Bhagavan with love and devotion, Bhagavan will give benefits, not only the desires that you have, but even more than that. Because He is Adabradaya. He is very merciful. He is extremely merciful. So the classic example is Dhruva. When Dhruva did tapasya for 6 months, standing on one leg, what was his desire? His desire was to get a kingdom greater than of his great grandfather, who is Brahma. So he wanted to get kingdom greater than that of Brahma, and he did tapasya. So it's a pure material benefit, right? He has a material desire. Artha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So his desire is Artha, the second one. So he did tapasya for 6 months, and then Vishnu appeared. And when Vishnu appeared, his desire was purified. Dhruva's desire was purified. Now he no longer has a material desire. His desire is only to please the Lord. To please the Lord. His desire is only to do devotional service to the Lord. So when the Lord asked, now tell me, what do you want? The Lord said, I don't want anything, O my Lord. Earlier, I was aspiring for a kingdom, which now it looks like broken pieces of glass to me. After having your darshan, you are like a diamond. Now when I got the diamond, my earlier desire of getting a kingdom appears to be broken pieces of glass. Kachan vichinnam api divya ratnam. Kachan vichinnam api divya ratnam. Divya ratnam. Oh my Lord, you are a divya ratna. You are a precious diamond, precious jewel. Compared to you, in front of you, the kingdom that I was aspiring for is Kachan Vichinna. Kachan means glass, the material glass, the window glass that you have, right? Vichinna means broken glass. So Kachan Vichinnam api divya ratnam. Dhruva offers that prayer to the Lord. So like that, we see, and in the end, even though Dhruva said, I don't want any kingdom now. I only want your service. But Vishnu gave him both. He gave him a position in the spiritual world to serve the Lord eternally. Not only that, he gave him a separate planet called Dhruva Loka. There is a separate planet where Dhruva resides and he serves the Lord eternally. So when we worship the Lord, bhajanta ishtam gatimapnuvanti kimchashishoratyapि deham avyayam. He will give a benefit more than what we are asking. And that benefit will never perish. Avyayam. Avyayam means that has no decay. It does not diminish. It does not diminish. It does not decay. Okay? So, in this context of the four, okay, now whoever, is everyone on the call? Yes. Now I'm going to speak very, very important thing. Now this is not the thing that I promised 2 days ago. That I don't know. I will speak sometime. When people are on vacation, I will speak. So that you will miss it. But now we are going to talk about something very interesting. So for the next 10 minutes, please pay your full attention. So we have these four Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But what is the best Dharma? What is the best Artha? What is the best Kama? What is the best Moksha? How do we learn? From whom do we learn? That is given in Vritrasura prayers. Prayers of Vritrasura. Vritrasura is a special person. He is a divine demon. Divine demon. Divine demon. Demon is a asura, Rakshasa. Divine means Sura. Godly personality. Because of some curse, because of some shapa, he was given a Rakshasa Sharira. But he has not forgotten his bhakti. So he continued performing his bhakti in that Rakshasa Sharira. And he offers beautiful prayers. Vritrasura prayer. There are only 4. Less than Rukmini prayers. Rukmini prayers are 7. So less than that. There are only 4 prayers. Probably after we finish Gajendra Stuti, we can discuss Vritrasura prayers. And then go to Mukudamala Stotra. So in the 4 prayers, 4 shlokas of Vritrasura prayers, he has defined what is the best Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. In the sequential order, in the first shloka, Vritrasura defined what is the best Dharma. In the second shloka, what is the best Artha. And then what is the best Kama. And then finally, what is the best Moksha. Okay? So, last month, when I was in India, my music teacher, she taught me these Vritrasura prayers. So I'm going to play the recording of those prayers, and we're going to look at the text also and understand. Okay, what are these four things that Vritrasura is talking about? How is he defining what is the best Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha? We'll try to understand this because that is what Gajendra is giving solution, right? The solution Gajendra is giving is how the people, the materialistic people who are so attached to the material things, what is the solution for them? The solution is when they are given correct knowledge of what is the best thing for them, then they will not be attached to the material things. So that knowledge is given in Vritrasura prayers. In fact, Vallabhacharya, who is the prominent Acharya from Vallabha Sampradaya, just like how we have Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, and ISKCON belongs to Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. There is a Rudra Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya. Like that, there are four Sampradayas. And then Vallabhacharya is a bona fide Sampradaya. Sorry, Vallabha Sampradaya is a bona fide Sampradaya. And Vallabhacharya is a prominent Acharya in that. He has written a commentary on Vritrasura prayers, and he has given what is the best Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Okay, so I'm going to play the audio recital. It's very beautiful. She sang, the music teacher, she sang in, so that day she asked me, I think we were learning Brahma prayers, and then we finished Brahma prayers in the first 45 minutes of the class. We had only 10-15 minutes remaining in the end. And then she asked me, what do you want to learn? Then I said Vritrasura prayers because there are only 4. And in 10-15 minutes, we can learn. And she
got intelligent student.
she immediately jumped up and said, "Oh, that's my favorite too." And then she said, "That's my favorite, and it is usually sung in your favorite raga, Mohana raga." So Mohana raga is my favorite. So she sang very beautifully. You listen to this.
अहं हरे तव पादैकमूलदासानुदासो भवितास्मि भूयः मनस्मरेता सुपते गुणास्ते गृणीतवा कर्म करोतु कायः न च पारमेष्ठ्यं न सार्वभौमं न रसाधिपत्यं न योगसिद्धिरपुनर्भवं वा समञ्जसत्वा विरहैयकाङ्क्षे प्रियं प्रियेव व्युषितं विषण्णा मनोरविन्दाक्ष दिदृक्षते त्वाम् ममोत्तमश्लोकजनेषु सख्यं संसारचक्रे भ्रमत स्वकर्मभिः त्वन्माययात्मात्मजदारगेः श्वासक्तचित्तस्य न नाथ भूयात्.
How was it?
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So it's like heart melting, very melodious. I don't know how Vritrasura sang, but this lady, she sang so beautifully. So beautiful. So now let's try to, in the next 5 minutes, we'll try to understand. We don't have, it's 9:58 already, yeah? Okay. So maybe we can continue this discussion tomorrow, because just like how Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha are given in Vritrasura prayers, defining what is the best Dharma, best Artha, best Kama, best Moksha. Similarly, in Mukunda Mala Stotra also, we have Kulshekar Alvar also has defined what is the best Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, out of which we discussed Artha, Kama, Moksha already in the first 20 shlokas that we discussed. The only thing that we did not discuss is about Dharma. Okay, so that shloka I will tell you. So I think it's going to take at least 20-30 minutes for Vritrasura prayers and then Mukundamala Stotra. So it's a very interesting topic. So I think we can continue this tomorrow. So before we go, let's listen to these prayers one more time.
अहं हरे तव पादैकमूलदासानुदासो भवितास्मि भूयः मनस्मरेतासु पते गुणास्ते गृणीतवा कर्म करोतु कायः.
You can look at the text here.
न नाकपृष्ठं न च पारमेष्ठ्यं न सार्वभौमं न रसाधिपत्यं न योगसिद्धिरपुनर्भवं वा समञ्जसत्वा विरहैककाङ्क्षे. अजातपक्षानिव मातरं खगाः स्तन्यं यथा वल्सतराक्षुधार्ताः प्रियं प्रियेव व्युषितं विषण्णा मनोरविन्दाक्ष दिदृक्षते त्वाम्. ममोत्तमश्लोकजनेषु सख्यं संसारचक्रे भ्रमद स्वकर्मभिः त्वन्माययात्मात्मजदारगेः श्वासक्तचित्तस्य न नाथ भूयात्.
Wow, look at this. We have this word again, asakta. That's the topic, right? That's the topic. Very good.
Very nice.
Yeah. So this is coming from
Janeshu Sakyam also, Prabhuji. We have done Janeshu Sakter, but this is Janeshu Saktam.
In Vritrasura prayers, Janeshu Sakyam. Yes, very good. Very good. So this is from Srimad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 6. Chapter 11. Canto 6, Chapter 11. Shloka 24 to 27. 24, 25, 26, 27. 6.11.24. 6.11.24. So it's getting very interesting. Gajendra Stuti is getting very interesting now. So it's getting as interesting as Mukundamala Stotra. In between there were some, dry philosophical shlokas, but as we are coming towards the end, towards the conclusion, Gajendra is making it sweet. Because everything, whether you eat or whether you do anything, you have to end it in a sweet way. In Sanskrit, they say, Maduram Samapayet. Maduram Samapayet means you have to end everything with a sweet note. That's why in Ayurveda also it is mentioned. After eating your meal, you have to end with a sweet. Yeah. So that's what we are doing. We have eaten the dal, sabji, puri, rice, pulihora, everything. Now we started eating dessert. So it's getting sweeter and sweeter. Okay. So before we wrap up, any quick question, comment, reflection?
Actually, Dhruva example is there, no? So, can we say even Gajendra Stuti also example of, initially Gajendra also started to liberate from clutches of crocodile, but later he also asked the lotus feet of God.
Yeah. In fact, Gajendra prayer is even more special than Dhruva prayer, because Dhruva, until he got darshan of Vishnu, he had material desire only. Only after having darshan of Vishnu, and when Vishnu touched the cheek of Dhruva with his conch shell, then Dhruva got all knowledge, his avidya is gone, and he got spiritual knowledge. Whereas Gajendra, even before he got darshan of Vishnu, there was a transformation. Initially, he was asking for the freedom from the clutches of crocodile. But later on in his prayers, he wanted vimokshanam, not just mokshana, but vimokshanam. Not just liberation from crocodile, but vimokshanam. He wanted service of the Lord. Yeah, that's why Gajendra prayers are placed second next to Gopi Geetam. Yeah, this is the best stuti. We cannot cultivate the mood of gopis because that is the highest bhava. That's very difficult. But at least we can cultivate the mood of Gajendra. That's very easy. Yeah. Okay. We'll pause here. Mangalam Kausalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Grantara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Shri Gajendra Stuti ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Narayana Khila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
స్వీట్ ప్లేట్లో పెట్టి తినిపించకుండా వెళ్ళిపోతారు.